#2 overall seed. Obviously, a really difficult road. Your just initial thoughts on, your first opponent and kind of the road you guys have to go.
We're obviously really excited for being the #1 seed, and like you said, it's not going to be easy at all. But we got to look at everything as a 2-day tournament almost. Western Kentucky, we don't know too much about them right now, but we're excited to be able to play against them. We know that we're going to get everybody's best shot, and they're kind of on a roll right now. They won their tournament, and so I'm sure they're going to come in being really confident. So we got to take them serious and try beating them and give them everything we got.
Elijah, were you surprised? I mean, some people projected you guys as a #1 seed. Some people said maybe #2. After winning the Big 12 tournament, did you expect a #1 seed?
I really didn't know what to expect. I think that it's all just someone's opinion. So it depends on who was actually, putting the schedule together. So I knew it was a 50-50 chance the whole time, but I really didn't feed into it too much until today.
So what was the reaction? I mean, did you guys jump up and down?
I mean, yeah, definitely excited because, we didn't know what to expect. But just to hear that someone calls you as a 1 seed means that you've been one of the best performing teams around. And it's an honor to be a 1 seed regardless of how you use it. Most teams, tend to use it as an advantage, and that's what we plan to do instead of letting it, be something that we use to cock around with or think that we just got a title. We just want to show why we're 1 seed.
Travis, Kevin, why don't you guys each give us your opinions as well, your reaction?
I'm just excited for the opportunity. I mean, like Lodge said, it could have went either way, 1 or 2. But being able to be one of the best performing teams in the nation right now is a great honor.
Well, just like they both said, I'm just excited as everyone on the team, and we're looking forward to playing this team, and I think it's going to be great.
Travis, with as wide open as college basketball has been this year, do you guys maybe take a little extra caution entering the tournament, knowing how much parity there's been across the land?
No, I mean, we've been in this situation before. We've been on teams that been the #1 seed and didn't come out with the outcome that we expected. So we're going in this and trying to play every game at our best, and we're not looking down on any team. So.
Travis, is playing in Kansas City maybe even more valuable than having a #1 seed?
I think that's great for us, great for our fans to be able to come out and support, and great for the team.
Jeff, does it make it seem like it's a home court advantage? You guys have not lost at the Sprint Center this year.
The Sprint Center is kind of like our second home for sure. We're definitely excited to be able to play there. I think that a lot of KU fans will be there to support us, and that definitely will be beneficial in our part, just because when you have people cheering you on and whatnot, it gives you more energy, and so it's definitely going to be an advantage for us.
Elijah, does the run you guys had last year at all help you this year? Kind of, you guys know what it takes to get there, and kind of ups and downs, and
yeah, definitely. With this group right here with me, 3 guys behind me, we know that March is about defense. It's really not about offense. You get to the tournament because you can play offense, but it's about who can stop a team when you can't score. And we learned that last year. That was something that we didn't know before going through the month of March last year, and we all learned that. And I feel like with all of us being seniors this year, we bring that to the table. And it's a lot of teams in this tournament that don't have that.
There have been some Kansas teams, Elijah, that you've been a part of that had unbelievable pressure. It was like if you didn't win the national championship, it was a down year. Do you guys feel any kind of pressure like that, or any pressure at all going into this tournament?
No, not really. I feel like, and you might hear this from coach's mouth, but this is not the most talented team that we've had at Kansas, even in my 4 years. My freshman year with Sharon and my sophomore year with the Twins, those were some good teams. And I felt like we had targets on our back then, and we didn't respond the way we should have. This is a more, I feel, humble team, a more, I really don't know the word to explain, but I don't feel like we're those old teams. I feel like we know that we're not the best talented, so we're willing to go out there and work as hard, and we're willing to do whatever we have to do, whether that be turn the defense up or anything that we need to do.
Jeff, do you feel like the tournament selection committee may have a bit of a sense of humor? If you look ahead, or as we like to do, look ahead, there's the possibility of VCU and North Carolina, both some big-time storylines against KU.
Well, first we have to take care of business against Western Kentucky, and that's all we're thinking about. We got to take care of business then, and then after we do that, then we can start thinking about that. But I don't even want to get on that discussion just because we have a lot to work. We have a lot of work to do, and we got to prepare for this team before I even start thinking about the next one.
But just as you look at the bracket where the teams pop up, does it maybe bring a smile to your face seeing what they do?
Yeah, definitely. They probably do have a sense of humor. Who knows? But like I said, I don't even want to think about it, to be honest, just because I want to stay focused. And during this part of the season, if you even get off focus a little bit, that could be the end of the season. So I don't even want to think about that.
What's the mindset for the seniors every time you play now? Potentially it can be your last game for all of you guys and Travis as well. Just the fact that when you go out there as a senior, this is your last NCAA tournament.
Well, for me personally, I know that I'm going to go out there and play my heart out. I don't want to go home sad. I know these guys don't want to end their season prematurely, and so we're going to go out there and we're going to do what we do, and we're going to play, and we're going to play hard. And we know that we could have one more game or we could have 6 more games, and so we're going to go out there and fight, and we're going to make the most out of this.
I also think it helps when we remind each other that we're only guaranteed one game. So once we look at it like that, then I think with us knowing that this is our last go, that we go out there and just give it our all.
Elijah, do you feel this team right now is primed for a tournament run? You have been on other teams, like you mentioned, and this team has gone through its ups and downs. It's a 3-game losing streak, but you've had a breakout game. Other players have. Ben McLemore's found, his shot, and all of you have played well, including Perry Ellis shining in the Big 12 tournament. So do you feel like you guys are now primed for this run?
I definitely do. I feel like right now is the best time. Everything's happening perfect timing. Everything feels natural. Everything feels in place. I feel no struggle, no tuggle with anything that we're doing right now. Everything feels fluent, and even with my people behind me, a lot of people look at me as to be the spokesman for the team, but it's all of us. We all bring something to the table, and like Travis said, constantly reminding each other of what we do have. And a lot of times we overlook it, we forget what we have, and that's what we're doing right now. Right now I feel like it's just perfect timing.
Travis, to piggyback on that, last year's team was a perfect example of a team that just got hot at the right time. Do you guys look back at that and try maybe see if you can't recapture some of that?
I think a little bit, yeah, but at the same time, we got different pieces here on this team, and everybody does something different. And like Lige said, we all starting to mold together and come together as a team. So I don't think we really need to take too much from last year's team. I think we just keep building on what we have right now.
Kevin and Jeff, can you talk about specifically last year? What's different? What's the same? Last year you kind of wrote a little lack of respect thing. You had a great run. A lot of similar personnel, but can you talk in your minds what's maybe a little different about this team?
We got 4 seniors. I mean, that all play a big part. And I mean, we all constantly remind each other about how much we have to work and all the little things that we got to do during the game and when we're on timeouts. I think we're all great extensions of coach. I mean, we all coach each other on the court and even off the court.
Travis, you talked about being only guaranteed one more game. What does it feel like to have that game in Kansas City? How much does that mean to you?
It means a lot to me, just because I'm from there. But we're looking at it as it means a lot to us too, and our fans, because they can travel not too far to come support us, and having those fans there and cheering us on, it brings a lot of energy to the team.
Got a couple more questions, guys.
Travis, are there any distractions you have to be aware of when you're playing close to home? It's a good thing, obviously, but is there any distractions?
I don't feel like there's too many distractions at all. I mean, I think the most distractions are probably with tickets, but other than that, we're in a hotel room and then we're in the gym, so I don't think we have too many distractions.
Elijah, a lot of people, including people like me in the media, have been saying, "Look, it's a down year for the Big 12." As you looked at the Big 12 teams coming up today, what was your reaction, and how do you think the seeding went, and how do you think the league was perceived by the committee?
I think it's looked at as always a tough conference. I heard one of the Big Ten coaches comment on their conference and saying that they've been beating up on each other the whole year, and they're ready to see what their conference is doing throughout the tournament. And I feel the same way about our team and our conferences. Iowa State, you know, I feel like they can make noise where they're at, Oklahoma, and I think that the Big 12 is a competitive conference, so I don't think that it should be looked at as anything differently. It wasn't an easy road for us, so to speak, and I think that those other teams have displayed that throughout this tournament, and so will we.
All right, fellas, thanks so much.